Geek Insider is proud to present Lady Geek with your host, Meredith Lochran. Today's special guest is creative writer, artist, and doodler, role player, Discord diva of the You Got Sneked channel, PoeticSnake, also known as Snekky.
I'm shy.
You're shy. That's why my friend is not in front of the camera, but that's okay. We love you, Snekkies. We're going to talk about some blockchain platforms that we've been participating in, and the fact that we've known each other for a while.
Yeah.
It's going on. It's over 4 years now, I think.
Yeah.
Almost 5.
Yeah.
So, Snekky, tell me about you. How did you become the sock puppet that you are?
Yeah. Just one day I was in a sock drawer, and the next day I was turned into this.
So you came from the sock drawer.
Yes.
What was the motivation behind jumping out of the sock drawer and onto the screen, the big screen, the little screen?
The little screen. Well, my owner, PoeticSnake, she's like super, super shy. And yeah, she needed a face. And one day she started to do some crafting and gave me a few eyes. And then I lost an eye once, but that's a whole different story. Yeah, she needed a face and to be, to say what she doesn't dare to say on camera. So she uses me for that. And it's marvelous.
I think it's great therapy, actually, to be comfortable in front of the camera using a tool. I'm not calling you a tool, Snekky.
Okay, good. I was going to bite you.
But you are a vehicle for opening up and talking about things that are, sometimes maybe not easy topics, but also the creative side,
Yeah.
It gives us permission to be a little fun and creative, funky.
Funky.
And wild. You can be wild and you can have all of these different personalities through an animate object and have fun. So tell me about your journey into blockchain.
Oh, yeah. There was this friend of mine. I started with role playing a long time ago, and that's maybe we can talk about that later. But it involves a lot of I'm going to left and right. I'm getting dizzy. Okay, so that was involved a lot of writing, and he said, I found something amazing. You like to write. Maybe you can earn some, money with it. And it's called Steemit. And yeah, so I went there, and at first I was a little bit skeptic, because people talk badly about Bitcoin and things around me here, and they all thought and still think that I am totally insane. It's true, but they also think that. But I tried it out, and I fell in love with Steemit from day one, really. I like the community, I like the people, and they welcomed me after a few days. It took some time because when you and I started on Steemit, there wasn't much more than a chain. There was no chat option. Discord wasn't in the picture. So it was really hard. And now I am totally into blockchains, not just Steemit anymore. I'm exploring a whole new world, and I'm loving it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the things that I liked about Steemit was the fact that it was blockchain. At the time, this is going back about 4 years, maybe a little bit longer. It was, for me, a place to put some of my content, knowing that blockchain shouldn't disappear. So your stuff is always saved. And I think one of the things that I migrated to when connecting with you the first time was the fact that you do a lot of doodling, art, tutorials and things like that. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Like what started your journey into art and crafting?
Well, that started a long time ago. As a kid, I was really creative, but around my, I think, 16 or 17, maybe 21, I'm not quite sure, I stopped. Like, totally stopped. But then I found the love again after all these years, and I started to doodle just because I had nothing better to do. And I thought, why not go a little bit further into this and see where it brings me? And now I am doing crafting all day, like every day. If I don't doodle, if I don't paint, if I don't, play around with myself, Snekky here, then
Playing with
my,
yourself, Snekky?
yeah, it's weird, but it has to be done. So yeah, I found my creativeness back through Steemit because I was already writing creatively, but because of Steemit, I started to doodle, and yeah, I got my creative side back.
Yeah, you've inspired a lot of people, including myself, to go and get some art supplies. I mean, I have pastels, I have paint, I have markers and colored pencils. And it was really because of you and some of your tutorials, because I hadn't drawn anything since I was in school. And I want to say probably even middle school. So
Wow.
not even high school. So that inspired me and a lot of people within the community to start drawing again and breaking out that creative side, which was a lot of fun.
Yay!
Yay!
Now you're making me shy.
It's a good thing I can't see Snekky blush.
Oh, she's red.
Yeah, she's right. Okay. So tell me a bit about the role playing, because I know that's something that you've been doing on Facebook and other communities. And then what prompted that? What prompted the role play?
The role play was prompted because I was bored, and literally very bored because I had mental problems and I had no outlet. And on one day, I was looking on Facebook, and there was this person who said that he was a vampire.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that spiked my interest. And of course, I did not believe him. But, so that person introduced me to this whole new world on Facebook called Roleplay. And yeah, I created my first character. It was Basil was her name. Um, yeah, named after the herb.
Mm-hmm.
Basil, and she was a manticore. It's an old legendary creature, half lion, half scorpion, yada yada yada. And yeah, together we found more and more people.
So what were you doing with the role play with that? Were you creating stories? Were you kind of going on adventures and things like that? What were you doing?
Oh, I lost my crown. um, yeah, role play on Facebook is not like the role playing games, but you build your character with words. And then you find, most of the time, you find people who do the same thing, and then you create worlds together in the written world. So your character goes on adventures with like-minded friends. And I write in the demon first, so I am always a demon, and yeah, through then I created a snake. Not me, but yeah, the Leviathan, a snake-like creature from the Bible, and she was my most beloved character. And then then Steemit came along, and I needed a name, so there comes PoeticSnake. It
Mm-hmm.
all turns from role play.
That's really interesting because now you said that you were kind of bored and things like that. I find that when I write fiction and things, I kind of, they're alter egos. They're the things that are living in my head that I don't do in real life because, I don't have time for jail.
Yeah, me neither.
And we've known each other for a while, and we've been through our issues, where we're fighting the dark place of depression and things like that. Is the role play and the writing, is that something that you do to help you through the dark place?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, I have the mind of a serial killer. It's absolutely true. I do horrifying things, and if I would do that in real life,
Mhm.
oh boy.
Yeah, they'd put you
So
away for a long time.
oh, yeah, I would never be free again. They
Yeah.
they they would reinvent death penalty just for me. But
Mhm.
no, on a serious note, yeah, it helps me to write my dark thoughts. I'm not a killer, but if you have a problem, and you write a story, you can do with that problem what you can't do in your real life, and you kill it. And I like to use violence.
Mhm.
And not in my real life, but in my stories, I'm a bit violent, and it helps me cope with all the problems I face in my real life. It gives me, how you call it, hand change? No, I don't know the English name. I'm not English. I don't know the English name. It
Say it in
offers
your language. Say it in your language.
handvaten.
Mm.
Yeah, they're cool. So it gives you an outlet, a voice for all those dark thoughts. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think community, the places that you and I kind of hang out in, whether it's Steemit or Whaleshares, social media, we tend to be, I think, closer to our online friends because of that, because we have the ability to have this bit of anonymity, like you have Snekky
Yeah.
speaking for you in front of the camera. And I think it allows us to be free to express ourselves, truly express ourselves, in an authentic way.
Yeah, I bite people and they think I'm cute.
Yeah, you bite people and you steal their apples.
Yeah, and they give me everything, even though I am actually an evil critter. They love me,
Hmm.
and that's amazing.
Yeah, I think it's funny too because a lot of people will. I think when you're in a safe environment and you can joke around, um, where the insults and the barbs and things, I think they're more accepted. But at the same time, there are people who can't handle that at all. Um, so I think it's knowing your environment and knowing the people that you're hanging out with, who you're safe to bite.
Right.
Right? Yeah, who you're safe to bite, and they're okay with it, and the ones who go out and they're really destroyed by that. Um, can you share some of your experiences online where you might have dealt with both?
Ooh, yeah, I can. Um, there was a time where I spoke a lot about my mental health issues,
Mhm.
and there were trolls everywhere making fun of me, and that was really painful. So even there, my alter ego Snekky played up,
Mhm.
and I trolled the trolls. Um, and they found that funny and hilarious, and I found that funny and hilarious. So I turned a really negative situation into something funny. I believe in using humor, and even though some people you really don't know, uh, if you use a little bit of humor in your trolling, because we all like to troll. Let's be honest here. It's human behavior and it's snake behavior. We like to troll and make fun. But when you hurt people with it, you need to be careful. And I go to people's posts and I give them sarcastic comments. In role play, that happens a lot, but they know that I don't mean them because I know them very well. So you have to be careful, though. But I don't mind the negative comments anymore because I just choose to focus on the positive. Is that what you meant? Or am
Yeah,
I
yeah,
yeah?
because I have social media. I mean, I'm everywhere, And I behave a certain way with most of my profiles, but I do have a couple that are purposely for trolling. One is for
Ooh.
politics. I don't let my politics, I'm not even going to tell you what my politics are, but I have a troll account so I can share those views out there and in an accepting community where, where that's accepted. Whereas now it's so divisive, especially in the United States right now. I don't know how it is you're in the Netherlands, yes?
Yeah.
So I don't know how it is over there or how you guys are seeing us, like crazy Americans over here, what we're dealing
Yeah.
with, right? But it is very divisive, and so we have, so I troll because that's my, when I'm at night and I'm sitting on the couch with my Chromebook, and I do my trolling because it is fun. It is
Yeah.
fun, and it's my alter ego. So I kind of give it permission to misbehave where everything else is, kind of
Yeah. We all
normal
need to
and
give ourselves permission to misbehave every now and then in a normal way, not in a brutal way. You don't need to hurt people with it, but you know what I mean, right?
yeah.
Let
So
the,
we talked about your artwork.
yeah.
Um, did you had a coloring book, didn't you?
Yeah, no, yeah, no.
What
Oh,
happened with it?
well, I made all the drawings and I was planning on making this color book, and then I stopped because I didn't know I didn't know, and I still don't know how to upload um drawings to Amazon and stuff.
Oh,
And I never asked for help for that project.
well,
I
that
learned,
needs to be done. Maybe somebody in our community knows how to do that and move you
yeah,
forward with that.
yeah, that would be
hmm
cool. I promise not to bite them too much if they help me.
I only bite when people ask.
You're so weird. I like you. You look so pretty and pink. I want to date
I
you.
I love this. I love this wig. I just wish it fit a little better.
No, it fits good. You're
But
pretty.
okay, so art we did, coloring book we have to get that done.
Yeah.
We talked about role play, and I do want to hear more about your characters. What was the motivation behind? You said there was Leviathan.
Yeah.
What was the motivation behind creating that character?
I always like to show a little bit of pain in my characters. And
Mhm.
after Basil, she was just a playful little thing. I wanted something more serious. And everybody around me in the roleplay world were doing angels and sweet little things. And then there is the Leviathan, hardly mentioned in the Bible, but it's there. And yeah, I mean, I'm a little demon, so I wrote a little bio for her. And because she is the child of the Leviathans, meaning that never happened, because in the Bible they speak about it. I did my research. They speak about the female Leviathan being slaughtered, and her meat, her flesh, as used as meat for the banquet on Judgment Day. And the male Leviathan is kept in purgatory because he got angry at God for slaughtering his female. So they never reproduced. And I picked it up there and I created her because I felt like she could show so much emotions, like both parents gone, casted away by God for no reason other than being she was created, and yada 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 yada. And that is the story about her, and she goes into all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, I'm never taking my characters too serious. They are all insane. They do weird stuff and funny stuff. They're demonic, but so cute. I mean, people love them. I don't know why. They murder, they kill, they slaughter, but then she says something funny, and or she messes up or walks into a wall, and yeah, it's she's amazing, and I still write her, by the way, under a different name because Facebook nuked her 80 times.
No, really?
Yeah.
Facebook, man. That's why you need to put it on the blockchain.
Yeah, but I was thinking about setting up a community for role players, but to be honest, I don't think the blockchain world is ready for that, because they want real people. And I made a role play account on Steemit around, I think about 2 years ago, and the first post I made, I got flagged to shit.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want that link, so because I want to take a look at it.
I will have to look it up, but that's
I think that there's I want to hope that there's growing acceptance for that, because it is an avenue to release our imaginations and maybe deal in a safe environment with the issues that, like anger management. I really believe that a lot of it is anger management, or projecting the things that we can't say and do into characters, knowing that they're characters, knowing that they're fiction, and doing that in a safe place. So I think that there is definitely a place for that, and I would think that our blockchain friends would be accepting of that and really jump on it. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I hope so. If I had the funds, I would start a blockchain for roleplay, because one of the bigger places is Facebook right now, where it happens, and there are so many amazing writers. They are amazing. They could write novels that make you cry. I kid you not. They are marvelous, and all their work gets taken down because someone decides this is fake, and they report it, and Facebook takes it down. While there are lots of sexual things happening, and they keep that online. So it's really frustrating. If I had the funds, I would start a blockchain for roleplay, and so that people will never lose their work, because it's hard work. It's a fun thing to do. It's not a job, but it makes me sad. I lost one account 80 times, and luckily for me, I saved all my stories in documents. But not everybody does that, so they lost everything, and that's really sad. And yeah, I just hope that the world will be ready for that. It doesn't have to make money for them. It would be nice if they can, get a little bit out of it, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's just that they will have a place where no one can take their writings down.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's community too. One of the things that with Steemit, with Whaleshares, even though you have an opportunity to earn crypto, or tokens, I've always been more about the community interaction. I get more excited about comments, and I know that you do too, because you're always asking questions online and trying to prompt people to interact. Answer questions and get to know each other a little better, and that's how we got connected, was the interaction that we had, and broadening those conversations from Steemit to Facebook to Whaleshares to, I think we're on Twitter now. I mean, we're pretty much following each other everywhere. The only thing that we haven't done yet is meet in person, and I'm hoping that we have a Steam Fest that I can get to, if there is going to be one. I don't know, with the takeover now. Justin's son, how could you do that?
Should I bite him?
Yes, definitely bite him.
Bite him in his ankles or in his.
That would be fun. You know what? You get a picture of him and you superimpose Snekky biting him.
Yes, I will do that.
You do that.
Yeah. I know no shame.
Now, what about your writing? Now, you mentioned role playing and you mentioned writing, which sounds really like a fun collaborative effort by the community. But what about your own personal writing?
What do you want to know about it?
What do you write? And
I write.
Where do you put them? Because I know you have dark fiction.
Yes.
And you said that it scares people.
Yeah. I made people cry and puke. One friend said I made him puke, but that's okay. Yeah, I write dark fiction. I like the gory side of things. I like to show blood. I like to rip out hearts and livers and do that. Oh, and cut out eyes with spoons. Yeah, it's brutal. Most of that is still in my role player world, because I posted it, and I think you remember, on Steemit, we did some dark writings, and there was
Mhm.
not a lot of welcoming for it. So, yeah, maybe we need a dark block chain.
Yeah, that with the role play. Because I think, again, it's one of those places where your material is saved. Nobody can erase it, nobody can edit it. I mean, they can mute you, they can flag you, but who
Yeah.
cares? You know,
Who
I mean,
cares?
I think the people who are judgy like that, I think they need to get a life.
Yeah, I agree. And, other than that, I also like to write about my art, about the stuff that I do in my real life. That is really cute, by the way. I'm not a bad person, I'm cute as fuck. Oh, can I say fuck?
Yes, you can.
Fuck! Wow.
Fuck.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're not judging here either.
Yay! But,
We're
yeah,
geeks. Geek Insider.
I'm a geek. I
We
love,
all are.
yeah. And I've written some books.
Hmm. And we're going to
Wow.
share those in our show notes too.
Oh, they're
Yes.
bad.
How do you mean bad?
Well,
Define bad.
they are written in English when I wasn't at my best at my English. So I had one friend spell check it, everything, but I'm sure there is still a lot of mistakes in it. But hey, they're just 99 cents. Buy them now. So yeah, and one book is started off by a role play story. I turned that into a small online novel thingy. It's short. It's not like huge, but it's my imagination, and it's a really wonderful book.
Mhm.
It's
What,
Ella's written.
what's it called?
Ella,
Ella.
hidden. Ella's hidden pain.
Hmm.
It's about a little girl and a snake, the Leviathan. Ooh, scary.
Hmm. Now tell me, when you were putting together your role play characters, you said that you did the research and everything like that, but was there a visual? Did you have like a picture in your head of what they look like, or do you have pictures on your wall of that inspiration? So like when you take a look at it, you're like, okay, I've got a story for you, that type of thing.
Yeah. On Facebook, it's illegal. When roleplay, we use faces of people we think are our muses. Uh,
Yes.
yeah, I use a red hat. She's so pretty.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah, it's illegal.
It's illegal
Yeah,
because
you
you're
are
using.
not allowed to use those people's faces.
Well, yeah, I can understand that, I guess, if they're, famous or something like that.
You're
You
not.
know what? You're an artist. You need to draw it out.
Yeah, I tried that.
Didn't work.
I no. I need real faces
Hmm.
for my characters to become real in my head. So I did draw some things, but yeah, it didn't feel the same.
Yeah, I wish I could draw what was in my head.
Oh gosh, I wish that I could do that. I wouldn't draw you like a snake, sexy snake. I could draw you,
Hmm.
little
I want to
pretty.
see that. I want to see that posted. How much time do you need?
Oh, weeks, because she first want me to buy Justin. That means I will be flagged to that by them. So I need to hide.
And what else are you doing now? I know that you are active on Discord
Yes,
and you have your own channel.
yes.
Are you planning on doing any more shows?
Yes and no. Um, it's winter time and it's really, really quiet for a while now with the shows. I did Monday Madness for Whaleshares. It was amazing. It started out to do, I believe in not putting your eggs in one basket. So my channel is not one blockchain based. Everybody is welcome. If you're on YouTube, Steemit, Wheelchairs, whatever, Instagram, Twitter. Am I forgetting one? I don't know. You're welcome. Smoke, bear, I don't know, whatever. But there is hardly any interest right now, and it makes me sad.
I
So,
I think things will pick up probably now, with the warmer weather and everything. You did. Don't bark at my dog. See, so you did have a live show where you did artwork.
yes, I did. And everybody was welcome there to share their own artwork. And we could look at it together and hopefully, share some love on the posts. But even if they just wanted to show their work and did not have a post, they were welcome. Yeah, I love looking at other people's creations.
Is that something that you're planning on doing again, or maybe, once a week, once a month?
Yeah, we did. The first one was last Saturday? No, not last Saturday, the Saturday before. 4 people showed up. That was awesome. Small group, but it was amazing. And yes, we are planning on doing it more often because we took 2 hours to create art together with a theme that it was circus. We might do it again, but with no team so that everybody can just freely create. But it was marvelous to be chatting with people while they were doing working on their own artworks and then look at them after. It was really, really cool. So, yeah, we're planning on doing it, but we're not sure if we're going to do it once a week or once a month, depending on, many things.
Yeah, I missed out on it because I was in I think another interview, but I definitely want to
Yeah.
be in the next one because, like I said,
Yay.
you've motivated me into buying so many art supplies, and
I
they're
make
collecting dust. I haven't been able to do anything with them, so I
dust.
know. So if I have a reason to break them out and get out of my shell, see, my problem is I love writing, but when it comes to the creative drawing and things like that, I just in my head, I'm like, I'm not that creative. I just, but maybe if there was a theme or a prompt or something, a little bit of coaching without the judgment, that would make it a lot more fun.
Yeah, people judge too much, and that's the problem with art and people who think they are not creative. We all have a left and a right brain, we all have creativity in us. And I always scream, if you can write and you know your numbers, you can draw. And they laugh at me and they joke at me until they really try it out. You can draw because it does not have to look perfect. You just need to have fun and let go and make mistakes. The most beautiful and amazing magic happens when you make mistakes.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
And so I usually close up the interviews with a question. And
Okay.
the question is, if you were able to go back into time, what would you tell your younger self?
Wow, that is a deep question. I would tell myself to face every demon that I will come across at my path in life because it will turn me into the person that I am today. So I would not go back and change anything. I would just let it all happen. Even though the road was hard, it brought me where I am now, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So that's what I would tell myself, to accept things as they come and be strong because you will make it.
I think that's great advice because that's something that would probably be another excellent question is if you could go back in time, would you change anything?
Nope.
I don't think I would either
Nope.
because I like where I am now.
Yeah.
This whole, arc of my experiences has got me to where I am.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I don't know, and that whole butterfly effect. You change one thing, you don't know how it's going to affect anything else in your future.
Would you imagine me going back into time and that you were sitting here right now with a green wig?
I I don't know that I would even be here.
I think you should buy a green wig.
You think a green one,
Yeah.
like an electric green or a Snekky
Yeah.
green?
Snekky green.
I think Snekky green would be better with my skin.
Yeah. Oh, you're so pretty. Can I kiss you? Ooh, you're a nice kisser. I'm gonna bite your husband now.
Oh yes, he would like that too.
Oh.
Was there anything else that you wanted to add?
You are marvelous.
I think you're marvelous, and I want to thank you for being on the Lady Geek show. Because we're here to empower people and teach people and be inclusive and supportive in whatever creative endeavors that they do. And we do that through our personalities, with our experiences, the wisdom that we can share, and stuff like that. So I really appreciate you being here. I think you are special, and you are one of my best friends. And one of these days, we're going to sit with coffee and pie and
apple pie.
Apple pie.
Yeah. No, and I want to say thank you for inviting me into this. And if people want to get a little bit of help inviting people in creative ways,